Is Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with the Internal Revenue Service. Welcome to my YouTube station. It's the home of the 5-minute or less video. I have worked at IRS for 10 years. I have been in private practice for 50 years. And if you want to see me in a coat and tie and in office and all that, you can go to my website at 777irs.com. I have a bunch of national TV news interviews. You can find me there. They're all in the last 3 months. I've been on all the major stations. So I have a whole team of former IRS agents. I've worked about 10,000 cases in my life. I am an expert in these IRS matters. We know what we're doing very well. I do these videos for 3 reasons so you don't get ripped off. I educate you. Many of them are kind of just for the public to know what's going on. And if I can share kind of information from IRS like I'm going to do today, you'll be well off and know kind of what's going on. Today I'm going to talk to you about what happens if you operate in cash. How is IRS going to find out about your income and what you make? I get that a lot. People owe IRS and they call me or they haven't filed in many years and they say, hey, Mr. Sullivan, I've been operating in cash. I kind of been on the lam and all that stuff. And how's IRS going to find anything about me? Well, IRS has been doing this a long time, and no matter how long you've been doing this, IRS has been doing this also. There's a lot of ways. I'm only going to share one today, and it's called the indirect method. There's probably 4 or 5 indirect methods to do that. But like I said, I'm only really going to share one so you know how IRS can kind of look at you. So what I used to do is when people would come in, they said, I've been operating cash and, I don't really make much money. Okay. So I said, you have a business? I said, well, yeah, a little one. And I said, where do you live? So 2 things that I do. I'd drive by the business and I would drive by their home. And I would look at what their rent is and what their lifestyle is, what's in the business and what type of business was. And I just simply back into the income. I'll give you a perfect example. One person came in and I drove around his home and he lived in a $2,000 home. So I says, okay. So generally, whatever you spend in rent, you usually spend in rent between 28 and 33% of your money in rent, and then or mortgage, and everything else is related. So if you make $2,000 a month, you're spending $6,000 a month on everything else. So it's really easy to back into your income. It's very easy. Now people can trick you, live with people, and do other stuff. And there's a bunch of really different direct methods. I'm only sharing one as I go through my videos, and I have a need to do more. And people ask me other questions. I will share more with you. I will give you for instance, about a business, so you know what kind of we do. So I had someone who owned like a Subway. And he said, I really don't make much money. I think I only make about $50,000 a year. Okay. So what I did is I served a subpoena, a summons on 2 vendors. That's all I need to do. So let's think. You're a Subway. Let's say you own a Subway. And who are the two most important vendors that you have? There's a couple, but 2 most important, how I can back into your income. I served a summons on the bread, and I served a summons on cups, because those items are the big ticket items. So if he purchased 3,000 sandwiches, I take 10% away from spoilage. I figure what the average price is of a sub and how much bread was used, and I back into his income. Same with cups. 10% for spoilage. Average soda is 99 cents. I know what he's made. So IRS knows how to back into stuff. And you're really not going to fool them. It's possible to, and some people do that. But generally, we at IRS, when I was there, know-how and can't really be fooled as much as you think. That's the best I got. I hope you learned a lot. How about if you have an audit, you use me because I know what I'm doing. Give me a subscription. I think this was a cool video. I need subscriptions because YouTube says I need them. The more subscriptions I get, it kind of moves me up. I'm really cool and I give you the information you want. I do appreciate you listening. Thank you.